Well, good morning from Upper Goose Pond. I really do wish we'd had time to go swimming or canoeing here yesterday because this place is beautiful. There's little fish in the water. This morning everything is reflecting almost perfectly off the water, so it's really, really pretty and peaceful out here. We just had breakfast. The caretakers make pancakes and coffee every morning for a horde of hungry hikers, and it was delicious. I slept really well last night. We decided to stay in our tents just because the bunk room was really hot, so it was very nice. It was very quiet, and I slept really well, so that's good. We're headed for the K Wood shelter today, along with pretty much all like 15 other hikers that were here today, which should be interesting because apparently tenting is not great there. But we get a special treat today. We get to go see the Northern Cookie Lady. You guys will remember there is a Southern Cookie Lady, and she was super sweet and made amazing cookies. Well, there is a Northern Cookie Lady, also known as Cookie Lady 2.0, and she lives on a blueberry farm and lets people pick and eat blueberries, and she makes cookies and lemonade and lets you charge your devices and hang out, and she'll do work for stays or let you tent in the yard. Like, she's amazing. So I'm very excited. I think it's gonna be a really good day, and it looks beautiful. I don't think it's gonna rain, so here's to an amazing day. Snapshot and Bonnie, the caretaker, peer pressured me into going swimming this morning, and that was probably the best dip I've had in a long time. It's beautiful, and now I have no regrets that we didn't go in the pond at Upper Goose Pond. It was incredible, and it feels so good. I feel cleaner than I have in a couple of days, and cooler, and it was, wow, it was beautiful. It's very refreshing. Well, we finally made it back to the AT after the half-mile blue blaze to get back from the cabin. And huge shout out to Bonnie and Rob, the caretakers there. You guys are doing a great job. And we really enjoyed our stay. Also, love the dip in the pond. Really did. Snapshot's a bad influence. And we are now on our way to climb 2 mountains so we can go see the Cookie Lady. We did in fact cross that bridge on the AT. There's a sign for the Berkshires. So apparently people are allowed to harvest the trees here for a certain time every year, but it's sad because there's no trees. Also, it makes it really hot. We found the Northern Cookie Lady. She's right down there.
Thank you for the cookies, Northern Cookie Lady. They're amazing. And your property is so peaceful. Thank you for letting hikers hang out here. I'm gonna swing right now. It makes me so happy.
After a lovely relaxing stay in the lawn, we're finally getting back on trail after visiting the Northern Cookie Lady, aka Ruth, and to Peggy, the Southern Cookie Lady. We did pass on your regards, and she appreciated it. Also, the cookies are delicious, and it was a really, really beautiful place for us to just hang out, and Ruth was so kind, so thank you. Well, that was bear number 8. He crossed right up there, and it was a very big bear, but thankfully we surprised each other. This is good. That was a big bear. Well, it's been raining on and off, it can't really decide if it wants to keep raining or if it doesn't want to keep raining. And the whole trail right now is just a giant mud pit. So far, been successful in keeping my feet dry, but I'm hoping that doesn't change. So we have less than a mile to go to get into town. So a bunch of people from the shelter decided decided they were gonna go into town tonight because apparently there's a cheap hotel that's in Pittsfield. Pittsfield, I think that's the town that's next to Dalton, where the AT passes right through Dalton. So yeah, we're gonna go try and bunk it at that hotel tonight, and we'll probably take our time getting out of town tomorrow. We can camp out of the rain tonight. Sorry, skeeter. Dang, things are relentless. And get real food. And there is an actual outfitter in Pittsfield that I think I'm gonna hit up tomorrow morning because you guys know I recently got new shoes, and I basically just blindly got the Topo Ultra Ventures, and I got them in the same size that I've been wearing in the Terra Ventures and the Ultras I had before that. So I was like, well, 7.5, it's not gonna be that different than the other 7.5s. That was wrong. I think these shoes are too big for me. So my feet have been sliding all over the place. I've tried multiple different ways of lacing them up to keep them secure on my feet, and nothing is working. And because I'm sliding so far front to back in my shoe, my arches are really getting upset. So I basically am having the same amount of pain in these shoes, like 4 days into having them, that I was having with my Terra Ventures when they were a week overdue to be changed out. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to find a pair of shoes that fits. I'll probably send these home just so I have sneakers that actually do fit me after the trail, because I know my feet have kind of widened and flattened. So they're not a complete loss, but it is really disappointing. But at this point, with us getting ready to go into some very serious like rock scrambles and me needing good tread and a good fitting shoe where I'm not rolling my ankle for no reason, I think it's something that I need to address now rather than later. So thankfully we're going into town today. So hopefully all goes well tomorrow at the outfitter, and I'll report back to you guys with a new pair of shoes that fit correctly. We're walking down the street in Dalton. We're going for ice cream.
We're doing our first true platinum blaze. We got a Holiday Inn Express. Look at this. This is amazing. So nice. Our shoes are way too muddy to be here.
This is where normal
people would sleep. It's so nice. And the floor looks clean, which, trust me, is... we were gonna stay at the Econo Lodge, where Shadow and Hard Hat and Firewatch are sharing a room, and we read some reviews, and apparently there were reviews about like crunchy carpet and blood in the bathroom. Like, I mean, we have low standards, but those eclipsed the low standards we have. So here we are in the next cheapest thing that we could find, which was the Holiday Inn, and it's quite lovely, I will say. Very proud, very happy to be here. I feel like we're way too dirty for this place though, seriously.